Starters cultures and their classification. Introduction. A starter culture is a microbial culture which actually performs fermentation. Starter preparations assist the beginning of the fermentation process in preparation of various foods and fermented drinks. A number of bacterial and other microbial strains have been used either in single or in combination for producing the desired effect in the finished product. Definitions. Starter cultures are bacterial or fungal strains, either pure or mixed, used to initiate a fermentation process. Starter culture means selected strains of food-grade microorganisms of known and stable metabolic activities, and that is used to produce fermented foods of desirable appearance, body, texture and flavor. Starter culture means the microorganisms that are selected based on their ability to produce lactic acid for curd production and a low pH to prevent spoilage, produce metabolites that give desirable flavors, or produce enzymes that ripen the dairy product. Types of starters. Starters are grouped under different categories based on composition of microflora, growth temperature, type of products, flavor production and type of fermentation into the following categories. Based on the composition of microflora, organisms. A. Single, always used as a single organism in the preparation of dahi or cheese. The only problem is there will be sudden failure of starter due to bacteriophage attack, which leads to heavy loss to the industry. B. Paired compatible strain. Two strains of cultures having complementary activities in no proportion are used. This will reduce chances of culture failures. In case of bacteriophage attack, only one type of organism will be affected and the other organism will carry out the fermentation without any problem. C. Mixed strain. More than two organisms which may have different characteristics like acid production, flavor production, slime production, etc. in unknown proportion are used. D. Multiple mixed strain. More than two strains in known proportion are used. The quality and behavior of these strains is predictable. Based on the growth temperature. Based on the growth temperature, organisms can be divided into mesophilic and thermophilic. Mesophilic starter cultures. The optimum growth temperature of these cultures is 30 degrees Celsius and they have a growth temperature range of 22 to 40 degrees Celsius. The mesophilic starter cultures generally contain the organisms of Lactococcus. X. Dahi cultures. Lactococcus spp. Cheddar cheese. Lactococcus lactis subsp. lactis. Lactococcus lactis subsp. Chromories. Lactococcus lactis subsp. lactis. Biovar diacetolactis. Leuconostoc mesenteroides subsp. Chromories. Thermophilic starter cultures. The optimum growth temperature of these cultures is 40 degrees Celsius and they have a growth temperature range of 32 to 45 degrees Celsius. X. Streptococcus thermophilus Lactobacillus delbrueckii subsp. bulgaricus lb. Delbrueckii subsp. lactis lb. Casei lb. Helveticus lb. Plantarum. Product for which used yogurt. Streptococcus thermophilus Lactobacillus delbrueckii subsp. bulgaricus Swiss cheese. Streptococcus salivarius subsp. thermophilus Lactobacillus delbrueckii subsp. bulgaricus Lactobacillus helveticus Lactobacillus casei. Based on the flavor production. The starters are grouped into B, D, BD and N type, based on their ability of flavor production. B, L, type. Leuconostocs as flavor producer, old name is Betacoccus. D type, L lactis subsp. lactis biovar diacetolactis BD, LD, type. Mixer of both of the above cultures. N or O type. Absence of flavor producing organism. Based on the type of fermentation, the starters are classified as homo or hetero fermenter based on end products resulting from glucose metabolism. Homo fermentative cultures, e.g. Lactococcus lactis subsp. lactis hetero fermentative cultures, e.g. Leuconostoc dextranicum. Classification. Taxonomic groups as per Bergey's manual. Starter cultures are generally classified based on their ability to utilize the lactose. Classification of starter cultures. Rods Lactobacillus. Cocci Lactococcus Streptococcus Leuconostocs. Pediococcus. Bacteria Bifidobacteria Brevibacterium linens Acetobacter aceti Propianobacteria. Yeasts Candida kefir, Cluveromyces, Torolospora Saccharomyces. Molds Penicillium camemberti, Penicillium roqueforti, Aspergillus oryzae, Mucor rasmussen, Geotrichum candidum.